Hi, my name is Grace Baroni, and welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. I am so excited to have with me today as my guest Chantal Bernard from Chanda Care. Chantal, welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you very much, Grace.
I don't know how you managed to make time for us today because you really pack your schedule full. I was so impressed. I mean, your mom, wife, entrepreneur, professor, you're involved in the community. How do you navigate all of that? Because I struggle. How do you do it?
Well, intention. Everything is very intentional. Whatever gets on my calendar is high priority. It's the prioritization that I do as a nurse, and I put it right into my personal life. So everything is very intentional. First is family, and the rest is self-care, because that's really important to be able to do the work we do. Mm-hmm. And then all the other priorities, all the other things that are important, of course, entrepreneurship and everything that you said.
You're amazing. And I had the privilege of being at your office, and it does have just like this great vibe when you walk in. You know, I came driving in off the highway and I was racing to get there. And, you know, so your adrenaline's kind of going, but there was just something about you, about the office. And it was just like, oh, this is good. It's okay, Grace, and just breathe. And I love that about you and everything that you like gather around you. Like if I look at your Facebook and I'm looking at your postings, there's always, you know, that inspiration and that encouragement to just breathe and take in the moment and focus. I love that. And I love how you've incorporated it into, it seems like, everything you do.
Yeah, I love that it comes off that way, because that's the goal.
It's working.
You said it. It's focus, you know, and the way we are with one thing is the way we are with everything. I really believe that. And making small shifts in our intentions, making small shifts in the way we think of things, how we perceive things, makes a huge difference. And that I've learned in all of the mistakes we've made or I've made, and just learning how to be more effective and more intentional, and just to really be purposeful in this mission that I'm on.
That's great advice. See, that's my little gem that I'm going to hold on to. While I was stalking you on your website and on Facebook, I came across, I loved it, and I'm like, this is so fabulous. You had a quote from Steve Jobs: "The only way to do great work is to love the work you do." And I feel that about you. I feel that you really do love and have this passion for caring for others. Where does that come from? How did that all begin?
Well, understanding your why, I think, and who, you know, who are you and why do you do what you do? And who I am is, yes, I'm Chantal. I'm a registered nurse, case manager, CCM, you know, all these abbreviations. That's not really who I am. It's what I am. But who I am is someone, like I said, of intent, of kindness, empathy, love. Love is what drives my everyday, and purpose. And on our shirts, our quote at Chanda Care is, "Do what you love and love what you do." And truly,
so important.
It is. And when you do what you love and you love what you do, I get paid to do the work I do. And I just think it's a blessing because I truly get paid for what I love to do. And that's being a nurse, being an instructor. I don't get paid to be a mom, but I do out of love, right? I get love back. And other things that we don't like.
Those little gifts.
Yes, those other little gifts that we don't like. It's really just feeling and understanding your why and keeping that at the forefront when you're having those difficult days. And every morning, and I deal with a lot of end of life, right? My work, the work that I do, I have to appreciate my everyday. I truly do. I wake up in the morning and I thank my blessings and give me the energy, the grace to do what I need to do today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but today. Because you know what? I'm blessed enough to wake up and I'm blessed enough to go to sleep and do it all over again every day. So it's just being consistent with that. And that was my little shift that made a world of a difference for me, to not feel like I'm so busy or not feel like I don't have enough time.
Mm-hmm. We all need to make that shift, I think, because the people we surround ourselves with, the people we're caring for, they can sense when you're not 100% present and when they're counting on you for companionship, for care, just someone to hold their hand when they're at end of life and to fully be in the moment with them. That is so important.
Yeah.
And I just get that feeling from you. And I love that. And I also noticed that you said that you are a holistic nurse. And I was like, yeah, I kind of get that vibe from her. I think holistic, I don't understand it enough, but I do love holistic medicine because it's like encompasses the whole individual. You're not just treating, the symptom, the problem. It's just the whole individual. And I love that about you. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Well, whole, right? WHOL, holistic. And I teach this to my students too, a lot of times, and my staff, everybody. We cannot look at a person for one thing, right? We have to meet people where they are right now. Mm-hmm. And just a quick story today, I had a nursing student. We were teaching them on congestive heart failure. Now, how can I teach them for where he is right now? And that's looking at him holistically, right? Mind, body, spirit. The only way I can teach someone is understand where they are right now. And not about what I need to teach them, daily weights, fluid restriction, all the things that we learn in the book. It's about how can I look at someone for where they are right now, treat them as the human that they are, the body that they're in, but look at them to another layer of their soul. What do you want out of your life? You're 71 years old. How much longer do you want to live? Understanding where people are at right now. And that's looking at them holistically. If your mind doesn't follow your body, right? If your mind thinks you're sick and you're dying, your body's going to follow that. Mm-hmm. If you think you have a bad memory, you're going to have a bad memory. If you think you can't do something, you won't. There's studies after studies that show that. So I call myself a holistic nurse because I've been a holistic human. I think since the day I could walk, probably. Mm-hmm. It was always something, energy was always something I felt. I didn't understand it for a very long time. I'm a speed walker. I go fast. I have a lot of energy, but I know when it's time to bring it down. Mm-hmm. And to be present, like you said, with the people that we are, so we can understand who they are and how we can best serve that person. I think, we grow up, treat people like you want to be treated. And I don't think that's a right approach. It's treat people how they want to be treated and how that looks to them. We have to be chameleons, mm-hmm. right? And we have to form to that approach.
I never thought of that, but you're right. We've always been told to mm-hmm. treat others, but how about just learning how it is that others want to mm-hmm. be treated? That can make a world of difference, and it's different for every individual. Every
unique.
Individual is unique and has their own wants and needs. I love it, and that translates so well into home care, because with everyone you meet, you've got to find out where they're at, where they want to be at, where they see themselves going, and help them navigate the last chapter of their lives.
Yeah, because we are in the last season. Mm-hmm. That is the care that I do. And I love to care for any season of people's lives. Right now in my life, this is where I'm at. This is where I believe I'm meant to be. Mm-hmm. Again, just going back to my why. So it's being present for them where they're at. And it's just being very creative. It's going to be, sometimes it's uncomfortable because it's not behaviors you're used to. You might need to be a little more high energy, or you might need to be a little more low energy. And it's not something we're all used to doing.
Yeah, it's adapting. And it sounds so simple, and we may say it a few times. However, it's not that simple. It is something that you need to learn, and a skill definitely worth obtaining and applying to your own life. And just, again, learning to breathe and just accept the moment where you're at.
Yeah. Be where your 2 feet are.
Sounds great. So you've done so many incredible things. I mean, how old is Chanda Care?
3 years, February.
3 years.
This
And,
February.
You've got a great new location. How wonderful. What else do you see in the future for Chanda Care?
So much. I'm a visionary. I definitely am a visionary since a little girl. So Chanda Care, we are thankfully, build a nice foundation, systems and processes, which I love, efficiencies I love, time management, all of that. Now we're taking it to the next step with the Academy, Chanda Care Academy, to help our caregivers, not only our caregivers, but the community with education on how to be a caregiver, an effective caregiver. There really is 2 different ways of caregiving, right? And the biggest thing is, again, learning where people are at and how you can treat them where they are right now in this moment. And the other, very exciting, I am a dreamer. I dream a lot. My wheels are spinning all the time. A child of ADD since a young girl. And I had a dream that I was running an end-of-life home. I woke up and I said, okay, we're doing it.
You're doing it.
So within a week, we started a nonprofit. Well, I did, Chanda's House, and we will be moving forward with that in addition to Chanda Care and Chanda Care Academy, because education is the heart of everything. If you don't keep learning, your brain is a muscle, it's not going to keep, if we don't work our arms, we're not going to have the arm strength. If we don't work our legs, and the brain is the same thing. So to me, reading, education is really important. And for our staff, it's very important for me, for our staff. And then to grow Chanda's House with end of life, holistically dignified way of ending our life.
That's fantastic.
I just feel like it's another thing God put me here for, and I said, okay.
I'm glad you said okay and accepted the task.
Yes.
I wish we had more time, but that means you have to come back so we can talk about Chanda House.
Yep.
Because that is just a phenomenal idea. I'm so excited about that for you, because it is something that we need. For our viewers at home, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
They can go to the website, chandacare.org. Chanda Care Academy is chandacareacademy.org. Chanda's House isn't there yet. We're getting there. And you can call our business line, which we can put up on the screen for you.
Okay. Well, when Chanda House is ready,
another ribbon cutting.
Then we cut another ribbon cutting, and you come back so that we can talk in more detail about that. Chantal,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
Such a blessing, Grace. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to our viewers who are tuning in today. If you'd like to be the next guest on Conversations with the ERC5, go to our website, ERC5.com, sign up there, and you can be the next guest here at Stonegate Studios in Wilbraham.